Hello there and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing the final episode of Doctor Who Season 1 / Series 14, and that is The Empire of Death. So, let's get into it. So, what did I think of this episode? So first of all, for context, I saw this in the cinema along with the episode The Legend of Ruby Sunday. I'm not sure if they did it internationally or if it was just in the UK, but yeah, I loved seeing it in cinemas with loads of other Doctor Who fans. It was like such a great atmosphere, really lively, even though it was like midnight till 2 o'clock in the morning. It was still really great to sort of witness and a moment in Doctor Who history to be part of. So yeah, what did I think of this episode? Apart from like seeing it in the cinemas, like as just a normal Doctor Who episode, I really liked it. Don't get me wrong, it's not my favourite finale of all time, but I definitely think that it's better than some of the other ones that we've had. I don't think it is perfect, like I've said, and it's definitely got some flaws. So let's get into what I loved about it. So first of all, Sutekh. I can't remember the actor who does his voice, but he voices the Beast in The Impossible Planet and the Satan Pit. He's also done a bit of Sutekh stuff for Big Finish, and like down the years. I know some with the Seventh Doctor and Bernie Summerfield, which I've listened to that. That's quite good. So yeah, he's done quite a few Doctor Who things since Pyramids of Mars, which talking of like the Tales of the TARDIS, I'll review that in a separate video coming in a couple of weeks. So yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, I just think he was really like it sends a shiver down your spine, and especially with like the big speakers in the cinema, like the big deep booming voice. It really sort of like made it, you could feel it in your chest, like, you know, there's like big like explosions you have in a film, and like with the speakers you can feel it in your chest and like in your heart. You could definitely feel that. Also as well, I think the Doctor and Ruby were great in this episode. Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson, as always, have been absolutely amazing, and they've just been great the whole season. I couldn't think of a moment where they've put a foot wrong. For a first season, really well, and I definitely think Ncuti Gatwa will grow into the role as the Doctor, and I can very much see him in a couple of years, or maybe when he's finished his run, being a fan favourite Doctor. So yeah, also Bonnie Langford, who plays Mel, great to see her back in the role from the 60th, and obviously from Classic Who as well. Great seeing her character a bit more fleshed out. She had a lot more to do in this episode than in the Giggle, which I'm really happy about. Great seeing her again, and I definitely think that she could be like one of the main staples of this new era of Doctor Who, which would be great to see her again. And in the audio Envision commentary thing on BBC iPlayer, they sort of confirmed that she's coming back for season 2, because she was saying, oh, some of the stuff that you'll film, if you think this is good, wait until you see next year's. So yeah, it's going to be great to see that. Also, Gemma Redgrave, who plays Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, that final speech when they were shooting Sutekh on top of the TARDIS, and there's that on-running joke, and she went, one day they'll find an alien who's not immune to bullets, which carries on from the episode Robot, when her father, the Brigadier, said, one day I'll find someone who's immune to bullets. Who's not immune to bullets. And also Lenny Rush, a Rising Star. I think he won the Rising Star Award at the BAFTA Awards this year. Phenomenal actor. I can't remember what I've seen him in. There was a comedy he did a couple of months ago, but yeah, such a great actor, and I can definitely see him having a bright future. So yeah, really great actor. Also as well, seeing like Anita Dobson as Mrs. Flood when she was going, I had such plans, and then like becoming kind again, then switching back. I love those like kind of like switches between like, oh so innocent and you want to kill everyone in the room. Like that like switch is just absolutely phenomenal, which I think's great. Also as well, now onto the things I didn't really like about it. I didn't really like how Ruby's mum was sort of ordinary. They sort of built her up to make it seem like this grand importance thing, how that Christmas song, can't remember what it's called, plays every time that that they're thinking about her or something like that. And then she obviously wore that cloak hooded thing in the church on Ruby Road, and then just to appear that she's this normal person, it just didn't really seem right that this whole season has been building and building and building to this one answer, and then you're like, oh, is that it? It just felt very anticlimactic, and having seen some other people's opinions, I've seen that same thing, the word anticlimactic coming up a lot. But don't get me wrong, love the finale, love Russell T Davies's writing. I think the way he included the Tales of the TARDIS episode, I think the way he slotted that into the timeline, absolutely amazing, and I still think he's a great writer. But I feel like this season, especially with Ncuti Gatwa filming Sex Education, I definitely think that didn't help this season. But yeah, overall, I thought it was really good. Also, the cliffhanger to Legend of Ruby Sunday into the Empire of Death, I think could have been changed. If I were to do it, it was Sutekh would have appeared, they start shooting at him, and the cliffhanger would have been when they all turn to dust. I think that would have been really good, but I can get why they didn't do it, maybe because it would have been too similar to Avengers Infinity War / Avengers Endgame. I get completely why they didn't do that. But yeah, overall, I think this was really good. Also, the scene where they're like dragging Sutekh through the vortex, absolutely amazing, and you see like the vortex like scarring itself across the sky. Beautiful effects. I say that's what's been the most amazing and consistent things, the special effects for this season. Absolutely just chef's kiss. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I thought it was great, and I am kind of glad they did kill Sutekh, because I wouldn't want... I think the actor's like 96 or 97, so soon enough, unfortunately, he is going to pass away, and I wouldn't want someone else to come and do his voice, because for me, it just wouldn't feel the same. Like, for example, when, if you've seen the Harry Potter series, they recast Dumbledore in The Prisoner of Azkaban. Second Dumbledore's better, but you could tell it wasn't the same performance, if that makes sense. And also the plan which Sutekh had when he was just like on the TARDIS since Pyramids of Mars, contrary to other people, I actually quite like it. Love how they planted like a Susan twist at every location since Pyramids of Mars. I thought that was absolutely genius, and I've thought even before the Empire of Death, when I knew that Sutekh got flung into the time vortex, even though I hadn't seen Pyramids of Mars up until Tales of the TARDIS. I've always thought, whatever happened to Sutekh after he went into the time vortex? So I thought that was great. And I have got a little theory of why, like how he latched onto the TARDIS, but I'll discuss that more in my Pyramids of Mars review. Overall, though, I think this season's been very good. And the final speech at the end, fantastic. Great to see that Ruby Sunday isn't going anywhere, but we kind of already knew that due to filming pictures and when we saw Virada Sethu, Ncuti and Millie Gibson on the read-through together. We kind of already knew that. But yeah, it's kind of weird to think that this season has already came to an end. And yeah, it's been really, really good. Again, I've got most of the answers that I set out and wanted to hopefully get. One thing we didn't get was Mrs. Flood, but I kind of expected that would be in season 2. And also that thing at the end where it was like nighty night. That honestly creeped me out for hours. I was thinking about that nighty night final speech thing for ages. And yeah, so great finale overall. Could do better, but I don't think any Doctor Who episode is truly perfect. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this season and what you thought of this episode in the comment section down below. Maybe in a month or so I'll do a whole season overview / review, going over the highs and the lows and sort of like the build up to this season, just to sort of get like a rounded picture. Once the dust has settled and the hype for the finale has sort of died down a bit, I'll review the whole season and see if my thoughts or opinions have changed. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching these reviews throughout the past couple of months. And yeah, let me know what you thought of this season and this two-parter. Let me know in the comment section down below, and hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!